Welcome back, students. This is part 2 of the looping constructs. Let us start with our second loop, that is while loop. While loop is basically used to repeat the instructions within itself as long as the condition remains the true. See, whatever logical expression you are writing will be replaced by a boolean true, or it can be, we can say 0 or 1. See, if this condition is true, then only the body of the while loop will be executed. Fine. Now the body of the loop can contain a single statement, okay, or it can contain multiple statement, or it can be an empty statement like past statement that we have read earlier also. If this logical expression is true only, then only the body of the loop will be executed, otherwise it will not be executed. Let us understand this concept of this while loop with the help of a program. Write a program that multiplies two integer numbers without using the multiplication operator, using repeated addition. So हमने क्या करना है यहाँ पे, we don't have to multiply two numbers using this star operator, this multiplication operator. We need to add it n number of times, right? Like n1 is the first number and n2 is the second number, so we are taking the input of the two numbers from the users. Okay, now we are initializing product at 0. Why we are initializing it? Because the value of the product will be changed throughout the program by means of addition. So wherever the variable value has to be changed by means of addition, we always initialize with it with a 0 value. Fine, it is a rule. So now count is a variable. We are initializing count with n1. N1 is the number 1, first number we can say. Okay, now we are writing our loop while count is greater than 0. After that you need to put this colon. If you will not put it, then it will not start the indentation to make this statement as contained statements, and this is known as the compound statement. We have discussed these things in previous lecture also. Now count is equals to count minus 1. We are decrementing the value of count. Count was n1. Let us say he has taken first number as 4, second number as 5. So what we need to do, we are adding n2 4 times. We will add 5 4 times, that will make it 20. Fine, either we multiply 4 into 5, that will give you 20, or we add 5 4 times, that will also give 20. So we don't have to multiply it, we just have to add it. Okay, if we'll add 5 4 times, it will give us 20. So we are using this concept. So 4 times we need to add, so we started a counter. Okay, that will start from 4 and it will go 4 3 2 1. Okay, so every time the product is initially 0, so 0 plus 5 will become 5. Fine, next time what will happen, the count will be decremented by 1. Initially it was 4, now it has become 3. Okay, so it has become 3 and we have 0 plus 5 is 5. Then again it will be checked, 3 is less than 0. Count was 3 na from here, so 3 is less than 0. Yes, condition is true. Again the count will be decremented by 1. That means now the count will become 2. Okay, 2 it will become, and now the product was 5 last time. 5 plus 5 will become 10. Now again it will check 2 is greater than 0. Fine, so it will be executed, the body of the loop will be executed, and count will be decremented by 1. Count will be 1 now, and now this time it will be 10 plus 5 is 15. Now count 1 is greater than 0, still it is. Fine, now count again decremented, now count will become 0, and product 15 plus 5 will become 20. And now again it will check 0 is greater than 0, so it has become false, so this body of the loop will not be executed. Now finally the product was having value 20. and count has become 0. Fine. Now we will print the value of product is now 20. So in this way we are getting the uh, desired result. Fine. This is very important to note. We must note this. Okay, we must note these things. It is not possible to know in advance how many times the loop will be executed, but the termination condition is known. While loop mein we are not aware of how many times the condition will be executed, because it is totally dependent upon these variables we are using. We are not known how many times this loop will work. Fine. But the termination condition is known. We know this termination will happen when this condition will become false. The while loop is an entry control loop. Why it is named as entry control loop? Because before entering inside this body of the loop, the condition is checked. So at the entry we are checking the condition, we are controlling from the entry point. So it is known as entry control loop. I hope it is clear to all of you. So now next is